Referee for the match today is Bill Harrigan, a 30-year-old policeman from New South Wales. Morgan Edwards gets the first of two test matches between the Kumals and the Kiwis, and mistake first up from the local side. So here's a good chance for the Kiwis to get on a roll early on. Freeman at dummy half, out to Horrow. The ball seems to be a little bit slippery, but he hangs on to it well. Good defence from Bogey and also number 11, Max Terry. Freeman, out wide it goes to Tony Kemp, the big standoff. Can't get away from a good tackle coming in from Haru. Down the blind side they go. Peter Brown. Almost on the quarter line. Papua New Guinea end of the field. Freeman. Out now to Brent Todd, starting to run. Inside to Taru Nikau. Paddy Tuamababi out to Morgan Edwards. Here's a chance for the Kiwis. Bless the support. Edwards can't get it away. 5 metres out now. Nikau. Looking for Peter Brown. Gets it back inside to the big prop. It should be the first try. Yes! New Zealand have scored the first try of the match. Good work there from Taru Nikau. On to Peter Brown. New Zealand leading by 4 points to 0 now. Let's have another look at it. This is a good combination from the two Kiwi forwards. Taru Nikau put Peter Brown through a good gap there, and the big forward had too much power, rolled over in the tackle, and that's New Zealand's first try. Brown made his test debut against PNG at Goroka in 1986. He scored 2 tries and 1 goal on that occasion, and that's a good confident start with Peter Brown's goal kicking. New Zealand now leading by 6 points to 0. 5 metres inside New Zealand territory. Little chip over the top, but Freeman's back there and read it pretty well, Gary Freeman. Good second line of defence. Morgan Edwards from dummy half. The plan for the backs today is to give the forwards plenty of support, especially in that last 20. They're going to be grasping for air. Todd got it back to Mann. Now goes back to Taru Nikau. Quick hands over there to Paddy Tuamababi. Back inside it goes to Sammy Panapa. Loses the ball, but it's going to be picked up there. Eventually cleared out to Peter Brown, the big prop. Morgan Edwards. He throws a dummy. Morgan Edwards. David Watson is looming up inside. He's got Tony Hero on the charge. Tony Hero is going to score for New Zealand. That's the second try. Puts it down right between the posts. New Zealand now leading by 10 points to 0 over Papua New Guinea. We've had 18 minutes of play in the first half. Well, this was a good run by Morgan Edwards, throwing the dummy. David Watson did well to loom up on the inside, and Edwards was running towards Tony Hero's wing. He drew the defence across, straight inside to the big winger, and he races across to score between the posts. Right between the uprights. Kemp will play it. Fourth tackle. Down the blind they go. Taru Nikau showing the ball. Throwing it out to Hero, but he throws it out to nobody on the over the touchline. It's a little bit of bad communication there from the Kiwis. And Gugo. Waniga up from fullback. Razzle into the mud and turf over there in midfield by David Watson. Having a lot of trouble picking these players up. Jerseys full of the black mud from Goroka. The Kumals have left the ball behind, so there's going to be a scrum, and that will be a New Zealand feed. Gary Freeman, Kiwi skipper, will feed the scrum, puts it in and takes it out. They're going to try down the blind side, Tony Kemp. Paddy Tuamababi, he's got Morgan Edwards over there. Out to Sammy Panapa, did well to drag that one in. Won't find a way through though. Freeman, Brent Todd, straight up the middle goes the Canberra Raider prop. The Kiwis once again parked down inside the Kumals territory. Here's Peter Brown, quick hands, and a good ball out now to Dean Lonergan, the big second rower. Can he get across? Yes! Harrigan is there to award the try. That was great work by the Kiwi forwards, Peter Brown, Taru Nikau, and Dean Lonergan. He put his head down and charged across for the Kiwis' third try. This is good work by that trio of Kiwi forwards. First, it was Peter Brown out to Taru Nikau. And then look at Dean Lonergan charging onto the ball. He pinned his ears back and charged over the line for the Kiwis' third try. Tawera Nikau out to Dean Lonergan. He's making the most of his opportunities today. 5 metres short of halfway. Now it's Brent Todd. Takes them on up front. Good run by the prop. 3 metres inside the Kummel's territory. They're going the blind side through Freeman. The kick along, torpedo style. Will it roll into touch? No, it's going to go over the dead ball line. So the restart from the quarter line. Michael Madbillo with the restart. Bringing Andrew Krawanti in from the wing. I don't know what the Kumul forwards are doing. Most of the little winger have to take it up first up from a tap. Now the forwards have a go up the middle. Good tackle from Mann and Nick out. Good solid defence by the Kiwis. Pinning the Kumals inside their own half. Stanley Harrow, the standoff. With the high ball. Norman Edwards let it go behind him rather. Namapo is up there, good chasing by the Kumals. Here's a chance, it's going to be a try. A try to Papua New Guinea. Norman Edwards couldn't hold on to the ball, and listen to the crowd, they're going wild here at Danny Lay Stadium. Well, that was certainly a short half. I make it about 37, 38 minutes. So I don't know what sort of watch the timekeeper's having a look at up in his stand, but it was certainly short. But the Kiwis are leading at half-time, 3 tries to 1. They lead by 16 points to 4. Half-time in the first test. So referee Harrigan blows the whistle for the start of the second half. New Zealand leading 16 points to 4. Here's Tony Rowe charging in, got under a high tackle. Gets it back now to Dwayne Mann. So another good confident start by the Kiwis. 10 metres inside Papua New Guinea territory.
Go, Pete.
Now they try the blind side. Dean Lonergan. Quick hands out to Morvan Edwards. He's going to stay in the field of play though. And there's punches flying. The touch judge is in there. Referee Harrigan asking Gary Freeman, the Kiwi skipper, to move away. So Bill Harrigan will have a little bit of trouble sorting this one out. So now the Kiwis with a real good attacking chance. Sammy Panatha turns in the tackle. 10 metres out. Dwayne Mann out to Brent Todd. Now it's Peter Brown, the big prop. Tawera Nikau on the charge, but it goes out to the back line. Tony Kemp throws a dummy. Kemp still going the big standoff. Tony Kemp charging for the line. Harrigan is over there, and it's going to be a try to New Zealand. That's a good run by Tony Kemp. So a promising start to the second half by the Kiwis. Tony Kemp from the Newcastle Knights. And now it's Morvan Edwards trying to add the extra 2 points. Straight between the uprights. That's going to give the Kiwis added confidence now. So they now lead by 22 points to 4. So the Kumals trying to run out of their own quarter. They've been pinned down in their own half. The majority of this match, the Kiwis who certainly have the better of it. And the scoreboard shows that at the moment. Good tackle again by Tawera Nikau. Oh, there's a burst up the middle by the Kumals. Couldn't get the pass away though, and here's a penalty coming up to Papua New Guinea now. And Gary Freeman, the ball's been thrown at him in the face. Now that was silly play by the Kumal. He lost his temper, and he's been given 5 minutes in the sin bin. So that was silly play. That was the prop, Ebe, who threw the ball at Gary Freeman, hit him smack in the middle of the face. So the Kumals are down to a 12-man. Ebe has been given 5 minutes in the sin bin. Matt Miller. A replacement on for the Kumals. That's Kez Paglapari, a replacement, and he's lost the ball in the tackle, so there's going to be a scrum, and this should be a Kiwi feed. So number 17, Kez Paglapari from the southern region of Papua New Guinea. Made a mess of the first touch of the ball. New Zealand leading by 22 points to 4. Freeman takes it in, puts it in and takes it out. Kemp can't offload to the support. He'll take the tackle a metre short of halfway. Tawa Nikau. Mike Kawiti shows the ball. Gets it back now to Dwayne Mann. No support there, but now he throws it out to Tony Ito. Picks it up well over on the far side. He gets it back to nobody. Freeman. Now they clear it wide. Tony Kemp. David Watson. Morgan Edwards. Good ball to Morgan Edwards. Down it goes down to Paddy Chormavavi. He got the legs to get away. He throws it out to Sammy Panapara, and Panapara is in for a try. Yes, New Zealand have scored again. Great work by the backs on that occasion. Oh, 26 points to 4. New Zealand leading over the Colonels in the mud at Goroka. Well, this is worth having another look at. It was Freeman who finally threw the long one over the top to Kemp, and then quick hands out along the back line. Morgan Edwards ran onto well out to Paddy Chormavavi. Drew the defence in, out to Sammy Panapara, and like all wingers should do, he dived over in the corner. Sam Panapara's try was unconverted by Morgan Edwards. New Zealand lead by 26 points to 4 at the restart by the Kumals. Mike Kawiti setting up play in the centre of the field on the quarter line. Now Tony Iro, oh, the big man charging onto it. 12 metres short of halfway. Dean Lonigan shows the ball and eventually takes the tackle. No, he doesn't. He bumps off one or two of them. Good run by the second rower. On as a replacement for Mark Hotto, who left the field injured in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the match. Now it goes out to Brown, and Brown to Dwayne Mann. Lonigan, great backing up over there by Tawa Nikau. This is good ball skills by the Kiwis. Tony Kemp pushes off one or two. Inside it goes to Dwayne Mann, and that is fantastic rugby league by the New Zealanders. A magnificent try. 30 points to 4. The crowd roars. But that was certainly worth having another look at. Well, it was just quick hands all over the place. The forwards did well, wraparounds, great backing up. Eventually, it was Tony Kemp, the big standoff over on the far side, who pushed off one or two. And then backing up was the hooker, Dwayne Mann, and he ran across untouched. That's vintage rugby league from the Kiwis. Bogey at dummy half. He's going to have a run himself, but he runs into Brent Todd. That's the quarter line, New Zealand end of the ground. And the Kerbals put on a late try for the fans here. They're keeping it alive, but not going forward at all. Still parked on the Kiwi 22 line. Eve, right up the middle he goes, the big fellow. But the Kiwis have it. Out to Tony Kemp, another good strong run by Kemp, almost through. Last-ditch effort there by Haru to pull him down. Midway between the halfway and the quarter line, Tony Kemp taking plenty of time to get to his feet. Freeman, the little general. Quick hands, Morgan Edwards. Slippery Morgan Edwards gets it out to Sammy Panapara. Sam Panapara pushes off one. I think he should have enough speed to get away. Sam Panapara back inside to Dean Lonigan. He picks it up brilliantly. The big second rower. He's sucking in for breath and finally makes it for a try. Oh, that was good work there again by the Kiwis. Dean Lonigan taking plenty of time to get up, but good support play there by the second rower. He really called on every bit of reserve that he had. And so New Zealand now leading by 36 points to 4 with the kick to come. Well, there's the full-time siren. And the referee is going to ask them to pack the scrum down. Gary Freeman takes it in. The referee wants it, or puts it in. He doesn't take it out. The referee wants it in again. It's going into touch, so it's all over here at the Denny Lay Stadium in Goroka. The Kiwis have won by 36 points to 4.